But tonight, Fox 13 News reporter Spencer Joseph is at 1700 South, 900 East in Salt Lake, where a young mother was killed by a suspected DUI driver yesterday. Spencer.
Yeah, friends and family are still dealing with the emotion of this tragic incident here yesterday, but they're not alone. As you mentioned, there are other families that are facing that same pain tonight as new information comes out in several DUI-related crashes that took lives across the state, and the rest of us in the state are left wondering why.
Libbie always gave every part of herself to every person she came into contact with.
It's a hard day for friends and family of Libbie Allen, a 24-year-old mother who was 17 weeks pregnant when she was killed after a driver jumped a curb, hitting her and her daughter, Clara.
She was always authentic. I don't think I ever heard her tell a lie.
Her best friend, Brooklyn, still trying to wrap her head around what happened.
Definitely denial, definitely shock, and I still feel like that. I mean, it's only been 24 hours.
The driver, 53-year-old Jack Archibald, sped away from the crash. According to police, as they took him into custody, he said he was scared and fled the scene. Officers also said that he smelled very strongly of an alcoholic beverage. Archibald has relatively minor prior offenses, but Utah is currently seeing a troubling trend of DUI-related crashes.
As I think about this, Spencer, wow, I'm heartbroken, especially with, the people that we're seeing are very young people.
Chris Bertram is retired UPD deputy chief and private investigator.
Our fatal accidents in Utah are not normally alcohol related.
Even he is having trouble understanding why this is happening.
I don't have an answer. I mean, these are just tragics. You can't predict things like this.
It's been 3 weeks since the death of 13-year-old Eli Mitchell. He was killed on his bike by 50-year-old Mason Ohms. New court documents show that Ohms drank 7 20-ounce beers in the hours before the crash. He also has a lengthy history of DUI-related charges. Even more concerning is the suspect in Monday's crash, where 2 3-year-olds, Odin Radcliffe and Hunter Jackson, were killed in Eagle Mountain. The driver, 25-year-old Kent Barlow, has quite the history. Here's a photo from him from 2018 of a drug arrest. He was also arrested in 2019 for stealing a Draper police car and leading police on a chase.
In fact, he's gone to the state prison. He's been paroled early, given that opportunity to be back out here in society.
Monday night, he was allegedly traveling at 100 miles an hour while high on meth, begging the question,
should that individual have been out at this moment in time?
As the dust settles and families across the state are trying to piece themselves back together, for those like Brookelyn Tuckett, they're still trying to figure things out.
I don't think that anybody ever expected that, she'd be on a daily walk like she is every single day with her daughter down a small residential road and somebody would jump the curb and hit her and her daughter.
So many feeling this across the state tonight. Now, we mentioned that press conference that will happen with city and state leaders tomorrow, but I also wanted to mention there will be a vigil in Eagle Mountain tomorrow at 7 o'clock for those 2 3-year-old boys who were killed. Live in Salt Lake City, Spencer Joseph, Fox 13 News, Utah.